So earlier today, I got my new Asus VG248QE monitor, and I must say, after using it, it is extremely noticeable. The way that the mouse skids across the screen is so much smoother than it used to be. I've already taken it out and started using it. This here had the power plug in it, power cord. This had the DVI cord in it. And this has the audio cord in it, which if you're using DVI, you must use if you want audio to come through your monitor. But if you use this, you're not going to be able to use your headset unless you have additional ports for those specific plugs. Instruction manual, a book for, I think, returning it under warranty. This is for RMAs. And it came with a disc, which is currently in my computer drive. So I can identify why you can't use HDMI normally. Well, you can, but if you want anything higher than 60 Hz, you can't use HDMI. And this is why. It shows the resolution frequency on the left, the refresh rate in the middle, and I don't know what horizontal means. But it might be because the monitor that is currently set up like this. But that doesn't make sense. It would make sense if it said vertical, but yeah. Going back to this here, the top four options, DVI/DP. That would be DVI and DisplayPort. I think DP stands for DisplayPort in this. Anyways. The refresh rate can go from 85 Hz, 144, 100, or 120. I don't know why they don't do it in order, like 85, 100, 120, 144, but it doesn't matter. From there on, under that, it shows HDMI, and it shows the maximum frequency for HDMI is 60 Hz. Now, the one thing that HDMI has going for it is that you can have audio with HDMI. Like the audio goes through the HDMI as well. Whereas with DVI, it does not, which is where this comes into play if you want audio through your monitor. But with my old monitor, my 247H-P, I have my speakers plugged in right here, and I do get sound through them. I'm going to assume that if this monitor here is also connected to HDMI, which is probably why it works. As for this monitor here, it's got tilt and features and stuff like that. It goes up and down. My only problem with keeping it in, well, I would never use it in this current form, but in order to get it out of this form, you actually have to tilt it back like this so that the bottom comes out forward, and you rotate it like this. And this is where the height adjustment comes into play. You just push it down, and it's in place. Now, I turned it on. Hold on. Okay. Now, there's an issue with this setup, with it this way, because you can't rotate it to a 90 degree, like all the way so that the face is completely vertical, because it hits the base, which is why you have to tilt it like this in order to do it. You need to tilt the bottom more, but that is irrelevant. Because who would game like that? I mean, if you do it that way, then it's like a $350+ portrait viewer. I can see some people doing that, honestly, but not me. Definitely not me. The monitor is extremely. It weighs quite a bit as well. It does not feel flimsy. That is one thing that I really like about it, as well. Now, I have yet to really play games on it, but based off of what I've seen with the mouse, it's gonna go really smoothly. As for what what prompted me to buy a new monitor, well, panning over, that little thing over there, that's a compact. I do not know how old it is currently, but it maxes at 768p. That's not that good. It says S1922A. I think that's the model number. It actually has that on the front. Now, this monitor here is the VS247H-P, which used to be my primary monitor. Maxes at 60 Hz, as far as I know. But I've never used anything other than HDMI. But I still think it only maxes at 60 despite that. And my new one, which is the 248QE. I think I'm going to be liking this monitor. Anyways, I'm going to be trying to submit a review with gameplay after this video. Don't know when. I could potentially do it on Diablo 3 or Overwatch really easily, because I could just click and get into those games. And I know Diablo 3 has an option to limit the maximum frame rate. In which case, that would be beneficial to me disabling vertical sync, because then I'll never get screen tearing. I'll probably set it to a roughly 145, 150, because with vertical sync off and on a 144 Hz monitor at 150 frames a second, you're probably not going to notice those 6 frames of screen tearing. But I don't know, because I've never tried it. This is my first 144 Hz monitor, and it's my first experience with them. I don't know why I had the camera on the monitor for so long. As for the video that this is coming from, it's coming from a Logitech C920 webcam. Also, 2 scars. Oh.